Before you begin your housing search, it is important to take a close look at what your budget is. You have to decide what your income is and where the source of your income is: financial aid, loans, savings, or from family. When this is covered, you then go on to figure out how to put in a budget for every single thing that you might need. This includes your utilities, goals, fun, transportation, food, and housing. It's important to research rental prices, explore the areas around Waltham and other surrounding neighborhoods, determine what your budget is, calculate your total expenses, and allocate funds for housing. Once you determine your monthly expenses, we encourage you to allocate a portion for housing. Aim to spend no more than 30 to 40% of your monthly income on rent to ensure financial stability. Consider the option of having housemates or shared housing. Be flexible and negotiate. Be prepared to be flexible in your housing search and consider alternative neighborhoods or housing types if your preferred options are out of your budget or currently unavailable. Here's an overview of what budgeting can look like for a PhD student. On average, you might receive a stipend of around $2,100. Normally, with this, you are to pay 2 months' rent ahead, and your rent will cost you about 800 to 950 on average, plus utilities that are normally not included in your rent. Now, utilities vary from season to season and include Wi-Fi, heat, and electricity. On average, it might be lower in the hotter months and then get more expensive during the colder months, which might cost you around $100 to $150. In addition to your stipend, you could earn money from on-campus jobs. A common guideline is to spend no more than 30 to 40% of your income on rent. We also encourage students to aim to build an emergency fund so they can have a safety net. For master students, your income from on-campus jobs will be limited as you are not allowed to work for more than 20 hours a week on campus if you are an international student. And normally you can expect to earn an average of approximately $15 an hour from these on-campus jobs. While you are budgeting for housing, given your limited income, you will need to allocate a significant portion of your income towards housing expenses. A common guideline is to spend no more than 30 to 40% of your income on your rent. Chances are you might need to stretch the budget to 40% of your income to secure suitable housing. We also encourage you to set aside a portion of your income for an emergency fund. This is to provide you a financial safety net. Here's an overview of your one-time expenses and what your monthly expenses could be. Your one-time expense could be the first and last month's rent that you pay while you have just acquired housing and signed a lease. You also pay a security deposit. You might pay a realtor and other fees. You might need to pay for furniture to set up your room, as well as moving expenses. Your monthly expenses are recurring bills that you would need to pay. Now, this ranges from your rent, utilities, cable or your internet connection, groceries, transportation, and renter's insurance.